Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our live day trading stock market pre-market analysis. We are Wednesday, May the 12th, 2021. It is currently 5:58 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California. We are approaching 9 a.m. in New York, where the stock market will be opening in about 32 minutes or so, led by the one of them, a headline. I just saw it pop here on my device. U.S. inflation surged to 13-year high of 4.2%. There is an economic indicator that comes in every month. It's the CPI, Consumer Price Index. But it came at 0.9. The expectation was 0.2. What it measures, it's the change in price of consumer goods. Yeah, so that's a good gauge for inflation. So this it's from a consumer point of view. This going up means that consumers have to spend more money to get the same value. Conversely, for the dollar, that's a bullish stand under for those who want correlation between economic data and forex for instance. So it's exactly it. The news came in. It was it's, we know ahead of time that it will be coming in, right? So meaning you can build strategy around this thing, but it's a hit and miss because you never know how the market reacts to this. I mean, you can definitely create a hedge position on the indexes, right? Because the moment that it came, the first one that I was watching, as you may know in pre-market, I wrote an article on successful trading. I start looking at what's going on in Germany because Germany is a good gauge. Well, Europe in general, but within the Eurozone, the DAX, the German index, is definitely the one that correlates the most to what's going on here on the US side. So it was in the positive territory, and when the news came exactly at 8:30 Eastern, it dropped minus 0.4. At the same time, obviously, uh, uh, the ETFs in the US, QQQs, mainly QQQ and SPY, they really took a tumble. SPY not so much as maybe QQQ and RWM. As we stand right now, QQQ is printing minus 1.44% compared to yesterday. SPY is printing minus 0.7. Yes, that difference is there, right? Yesterday, that difference actually, if you trade puts, it was more in favor of in favor. Meaning QQQ rallied yesterday. Am I sharing my screen? Nope, I am not sharing the proper screen, Telex. So make sure that you're sharing the proper screen so that you can illustrate which that you're talking about. All right, so here's the chart of QQQ. This is the daily chart of QQQ. How many times have we done it on here? So the green candle yesterday was on a major gap down, right? And then the stock rally. You will see this in a quite say a bit true stock. When you are in this type of pattern, what was the pattern here? We posted a fresh new low on the 10th of May. Yeah, that was two days ago. So a fresh new low that has not been seen since we haven't traded at this level since April 1st. That's significant. The EMA, the recent momentum EMA 8 is clearly pointing that. Yes, so you can have a day like this rally here from 320. What was the low yesterday on QQQ? QQQ opened at 319.70, let's say 320, and rally all the way to 326.13 and close at 325. Yeah, so that's okay. It's not a sign of really a recovery per se because we are still in a downtrend overall. So this morning, yeah, we come in this morning and look where we're starting right now with this yet another gap down on here uh, at 320.82. So the low of yesterday is 319. That's what we are looking for. That low of yesterday, we talked about that yesterday. There's another gap here all the way to 314.9. So let's say 315. Those are your levels, right? So right now, today's Wednesday, meaning QQQ has expiration today. Yeah, we talked about that a great deal. That's how that strategy. It's brand new on here. So you can target, yes. The puts are going to be a little bit expensive on here. So trying to apply the Ganser strategy on QQQ, we may need to go further out in terms of our strike price. But I mean, the stock market is moving. At the end of the day, this is something that's for us option traders, especially weekly option trader or day trader, for that matter. This is a good starting the points on here. So wherever that the market is starting, there could be movement upward, like yesterday on here. A lot of stocks did this yesterday. I'm going to show you one that we showcased yesterday at this very place, and I hope that you were able to take advantage of that. So that's the picture on QQQ. How about our friend Spy? Our friend Spy actually, I think it's a gap down. So this is the 15-minute chart of SPY that you are looking at here, and literally it was tradable all the way to maybe 10, 11 o'clock. After that, sideways, folks. Remember that 11 o'clock, we talk about it in the trading clock, right? So from the daily perspective, this is what it looks like. So yesterday, first time that SPY was trading below the EMA 20. That's significant. That's significant. Yeah. And now you're seeing the recent momentum EMA 8 changing its slope directly. It has not crossed over yet. We have not had the crossover yet. So that's something to look for today. Well, it may not happen today. It will just become closer to the EMA 20. So the current EMA 8 on SPY on the daily chart is at 417.29, and the EMA 20, which is much lower, is about 415. So that's 2 points there, or about how long will it take to erase it. So that's why you and I, we are here, and SPY, just like QQQ, can set up a trade on it on expiration day today. All right, so that's regarding the ETF. IWM is not that IWM it's moved yesterday. It moved, right? It's a trading. IWM traded like QQQ. So both IWM and QQQ, they're the two that posted definitely lower values yesterday and then rallied, right? Everybody gapped yesterday. All the ETFs gapped yesterday, and then so some of them rally more than others. QQQ and IWM rally more than SPY did. So that's significant on here. But again, we have the crossover of the EMA 8 here below the EMA 20. So for low value here, IWM only has expiration this coming Friday. So I mean, it's depending on what you see onto it. Really, again, I cannot emphasize it enough. QQQ, SPY, and then IWM in that order. If you have the choice to look at, to pick one for trading. Here's XOP, the oil and gas ETF. For the most part, I mean, it's still the momentum, the recent momentum EMA 8 is still, the price is still above it. It's currently trading at 85, and some of the stock that we have featured on here for you, Oxy, Halliburton, CVX, Zoom. So those are the ones that you can definitely use on there. All right, okay. So market is moving, opportunities there. Oh, well, let's just take a time here to say hello to, hey, we do this show for the traders who are here. So hey, good morning, Mr. Dane, glad to see you, sir. Miss JLo, pal Joe, good morning, glad to have you. Beautiful Gates, who says the screen looked weird this morning. And I say welcome to the weird looking screen. And the one and only Mr. Joe from Tampa, Florida, who, if we cannot start the show if Mr. Joe is not there. As a matter of fact, Mr. Joe is here well before the channel even opens. So that tells you how dedicated Mr. Joe is. Keep up the good work, sir. All right. So yesterday on here, so let's say, what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about, as usual, about opportunities to make money. Trading option. So yesterday we featured this stock on here, which was a gangster trade. We depicted the trade on here, and we get the big candle tells the story, gap down and then full rally, but I think the 15 minutes even tells the story. And if you were in our Discord room, even if you were late to this trade, you will still have made money, right? Because after I posted this, I don't know when I posted it, it was maybe at $23, and then it went rallied further. So this is, but look at this, folks. This is what's possible. And for us, we were privy to this. As a matter of fact, when Mr. Ryan, Trader Ryan, posts every Sunday, he posts the upcoming earnings. I believe somebody usually react to that. Yours truly, the reaction when Mr. Ryan posted on Sunday at 7:52 p.m. Pacific time, somebody went in there and said, Jumia is the gangster for Tuesday morning, and then proceeded by sharing the quant analysis for Jumia, where we saw huge percentage move on the first day historically on here. I mean, this stock has not been around for a while. I think that we only have how many earnings here? 9 earnings. So this one was the tenth one. But consistently we have seen this type of move. And then that quant analysis, what it shows you actually. Why am I speaking and not showing you that quant analysis? It's not as if it's a secret. No, it's not. We want you to know this. I was sorry. I was looking at it from the Discord channel, but here let's go to it on here because day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 0 actually, because this one has earning before the market open, right? So let's go to J. That's the only problem here is to scroll where the information is. Here's Jumia. Here you go. Yeah, let me zoom in. So recent last 3 earnings has had move of plus 8%, plus 14%, plus 19%. Yesterday it completely raised. It was down like minus 24%. It completely erased all of it. But now I want to bring your attention to day plus 1. Day plus 0 was yesterday. What it means here, day plus 0, meaning that the earning took place before market open. That's what BMO stand for there. Yeah. Look now what's the trends typically on day plus 1 or day plus 2, which is tomorrow, Thursday, or day plus 3. Day plus 3 is actually pale in regard to day plus 1 and day plus 2, meaning that today and tomorrow there is a huge potential to make money. With that, to tell you that, oh, I'm really convinced of the direction. If you ask me, because I look at the chart a little bit, but it has gone in both ways, right? So you see on a day plus 1, like the last earnings, between the open and the high 6%, but between the open and the low, that's minus 11%. That means that on the downside was actually more prevalent. Yeah, well, I'm assuming we have to check which one happened first, because if it went up first, that means you have like a 17-18% move from up from the high on day plus 1 on the last earning on February 24th all the way to that low. So that's significant on here. So where's Jumia starting this morning? Jumia starting, it closed yesterday at 25.24, and right now it's down minus 4%. I mean, it's a $25 stock. The percentage are always is losing 1 point, if you will. But it's that volatility there that the quant analysis definitely gave us insight into. So keep an eye on day plus 1 on Jumia. That trade's not over. Second stock that I want to bring up here was a stock that I've been tracking since last Friday. Yeah, when you start tracking a stock that's moving, you can learn a great deal. So let's go to the daily chart of Peloton, because wish that happened on Friday. Friday was definitely very interesting, right? So, but since then we have had 2 consecutive days of solid green candle. As a matter of fact, on Monday, while the market, most of the stock in the market were really red, I noted here on my trading journal, that Peloton closed plus 4%. Yeah. From 82.59 all the way to a high of 88.27 on Monday, May 10, and closing at 87.49. Yesterday, market gap down, but hey, Peloton find a way to rally. Notice that now we can really get into the gritty. Look at the size of the candles now, folks. Yeah. Meaning that the average true range, the ATR of Peloton here is changing compared to before the earnings here. Well, we have this massive day on here where the sell-off just went big. But if you remove that, all of these prior candles here, let's say starting all the way to after this gap, even before that, let's say April 15 all the way to May the 4th, the ATR it's not that big. But then now after earnings on here, we are doing ATR on here 82.59, 88. That's close to $6. Yesterday from 84 to 891. Yes, this stock went to 91.38 yesterday. Very late. The 95 call contract expiring this Friday. They were going for like 40 cents. Fast forward maybe an hour or 45 minutes later, they were worth $1. Yeah. So keep an eye on it. But the interesting fact here, why am I bringing this stock on here? The price above the EMA 8 moving average. Yeah, I don't think this pre-market value here is accurate because pretty much everything is down right now on my phone. The is gapping down minus one almost 2% at 89.25. But remember, it also gap down yesterday again, right? But it rallied. So I think keep an eye on Peloton on here. Definitely. The as long as it's trading above the yellow line, which is the 90.54, let's say 91, above 91, uh, is bullish because Peloton can trade completely opposite of the direction of the market. I've always said that when you are trading a stock, yes, sometimes very easy to say, oh, SPY is doing this, QQQ is doing this. I mean, if it's a big component of SPY or QQQ, yes, yeah. But even then, so focus on what the chart of that stock is telling you. So Peloton on here is bucking the trend. It's trying to move into bullish territory here. So after, let's say, if it's able to recover, because right now it's bearish for everything, like everything else, but that could give you an eye and opportunity maybe to start building position, because a week from now, so if Peloton start trading at 105, and so you will remember a day like today or tomorrow, because we don't know what the next 2 days are going to be made out of. This thing could get rejected here and then post a red candle, but keep an eye on Peloton on here. It's definitely trying to recover. Yeah, so that's a stock that we wanted to bring to your forefront. What else do we have in store for you? I mean, as of now, we're seeing a lot of movement across the board, mostly red, right? So the other stock, we talk about Jumia. Peloton is definitely one of them. Square traded strictly yesterday. We made money yesterday in both directions on Square, so keep an eye on Square as well. And let's say one of the weakest stock that I've seen recently, if you are into trading puts, I mean, sorry, that's what I see here. This is it. This is a chart of DraftKings, folks. Yeah, long on my W shape or whatever. This thing accelerated recently in the bearish territory. So my friend, where are we here in terms of potential support? Well, 40, yeah, 40 is reasonable. If I'm taking a trade today or later on this week on let's see, 40. And because the previous low here is all the way to 30.35, yeah. So this thing has been very, very, very bearish. I mean, the chart tells us that the slope of the EMA 8 cannot lie. But I mean, that's what's going into earnings, and those that didn't even save this stock. So that's definitely bearish territory there. Tesla is still slumping. Yesterday only lost minus 1.88%. It hasn't broken below 600 yet. It's in pre-market at minus 2.5% at 602 thereabout. Yeah, Tesla is tricky. I'm trying to ease off on stock that are tricky to trade. So those are the high movers. Let me bring this one as well. Let me bring two more, but the same one that I gave you yesterday. Roku. Definitely, I'm watching Roku. Yeah, this is it. Rallied yesterday, massive rally yesterday on Roku from 289.40. Just you see this candle on a lot of stock, right? So now, what is this doing in pre-markets? I don't think that pre-market value that they're posting there, it's accurate. That's shame on TradingView. It's the pre-market minus 2% at 307, 308 thereabout. But again, as long as the stock is trading below the yellow line exponential moving average 8, it's bearish. Yeah, granted, the slope of it is not really curving down, but this is below 300 on here. This stock could really drop. Let me give you the bigger picture on here. So I mean, there's not much support right after, let's say, 270 thereabouts. It's still a long way to go. Again, we are not in pre-market at 284. We are 307 thereabout. But Roku is a stock that's moving, and definitely to keep an eye on over the next couple of days on here. So we talk about Square. The other one that I will be remiss if I did not bring forth, it's Etsy. Here's Etsy. Here's what it has done. Funny that I charted this. I charted this. Is also called technical analysis. I charted this triangle here. When I don't know when I charted it, but I think when the crossover happened, if I look at this triangle, I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't know how long it's going to take this, but to me, the next target price that I'm seeing here on Etsy could potentially be, if let's say this support here, because it has shown support at 160, right? If this support is broken, the next up one here is 140. And this can come very, very quick, yeah? I have these instances here of this stock just it can go on the multi-day sell-off. So watch Etsy on there. Yesterday it was strong. We saw that yesterday was strong. But for me, 170 is definitely that level on there. Where's Etsy starting this morning? Etsy starting at 166. Let's say the stock market rally today, most of the stock rally, I'm going to be watching at 170. When Etsy reach 170 or thereabout and cannot go any further, I'm going to take swing puts for tomorrow. And those puts, let's say, for Friday. And those puts, I mean, I could be looking at anything 155, 150, whatever is cheap. And definitely possible with the hope that we just gap down or whatever. But this stock is bearish. It's consolidating as of now, trying to recover. But should that recovery be not the case, there's a good trade pending on here on the bearish side on Etsy. So I'm seeing what the charts are telling me if the setups are bearish. So I apologize that's where I'm bringing you. I try we not to have an implicit bearish bias, but it's very difficult right now in this market to state otherwise. All right. Even our usual bullish stocks, you know, the by default bullish stock has been so far this week X, United States Steel, and FCX Freeport McMoran, right? They are slumping. Yeah, I mean Freeport McMoran rallied yesterday. Well, both rallied yesterday, but they are gapping down as well. X is down minus 0.08. That's not a big deal. In the 5-minute interval, X can gain more than that. FCX is down minus 1.2, and I saw a lot of volume on it. So keep an eye on FCX. Obviously, FCX. This is our Friday Wahala. If this is your first time on here, but I've noticed a pattern now that for me, when I notice this pattern, trying to make adjustment, do not be afraid to start setting up your Friday Wahala on FCX since you already know about it on Wednesday. So that's something that's you need to think about. All right. So it's Wednesday. It promises to be a very wild Wednesday. Wild Wednesday, typically, it means that the stock markets, let's say we are starting down here, right? So like yesterday, it can put in a rally, an immediate rally before actually showing us its three direction. Again, our eyes are on QQQ. Today is expiration day, so we will definitely be setting up our gangster trade on QQQ. Thank you everybody for your time. We will be seeing you in for those who are with us in the Discord room and posting whatever opportunities that come to us. If you are new, please, I encourage you to use your paper trading accounts as we have talked about. Trade our strategy, put them to the test, and you will convince yourself that they are the best thing for you to take your trading to the next level. Until then, have a great trading session. We'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye-bye.